Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Morgan, and this is Opinionated Moms.
So let's get right into it. What were
Okay.
the headlines?
So much happening today. Okay, so Karen came home
Oh
from
yes,
Potomac. So
yes.
she came home allegedly. She won't be allowed to drive for at least a year. These are the conditions of her being released. She won't be allowed to drive for at least a year. She'll
Mm-hmm.
serve 5 years of supervised probation with a device required once she is allowed to drive again. And if there aren't any violations, then her probation will be unsupervised after 3 years. So, not too bad, I feel like.
Yeah, not too bad. And I'm excited because I think she's supposed to film with the girls towards the end of the season, right? Or like, did the season already wrap?
Allegedly. I mean, I don't see why not. Like Andy, there was a clip of him, I think he spoke to paparazzi where
Mm-hmm.
they basically said, like, is Karen coming back? Are you excited? And he said he actually hadn't spoken to her and he was just like, "Oh, I'm dying to like see Karen and talk to her." So
Mm-hmm.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
well, um, Karen, I hope she's learned her lesson and I'm excited to see what the new Karen is going to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
To see
So
what
that's
she learned.
exciting.
Because I feel like when Teresa got out of jail, like she was really, or prison, she was really like zen. She was really calm for a long time.
Yeah, she was actually. And then
So
things went downhill for her. But yeah,
we'll
that's
see.
cool.
Okay, so next, Mary from Salt Lake, her son was arrested for assault and trespassing.
Yeah, that's
So hopefully that
crazy.
is not drug related because I know at the last reunion she said like he was doing good, he had gone to rehab, and
Mm-hmm.
so there hasn't been a lot of detail. She hasn't made a statement about it, but I'm just really hoping this isn't,
Yeah, I
backwards.
did see that and I feel for her as a mother where it's like, man, it's just crazy because like once your kids are an adult, like you can't really, it's like you just gotta like hope they do the right thing. I want to know what's going on with him. That's crazy.
Well, he broke into his father-in-law's home. That's the home that he broke into because you remember he married that girl during the last season. She found out he was
So
married
he broke into, oh,
his in-laws, and then he assaulted someone. It didn't say who he assaulted, and his bail was set at 5 grand. So I mean, I feel like to Mary, like that's nothing. Like I feel like she probably paid it, but there, like I said, there was
yeah,
no like update or statement. So
that's crazy. I wonder what's
we'll
going down.
see. We'll
This,
see.
the season premieres this week.
I know, I'm so excited. And then
I'm
side
not.
note, Whitney was at the Emmys last night and
Nobody cares.
she was
Sorry.
at the Emmys last night and Phaedra
Mm.
interviewed her because she was doing interviews.
Hmm.
And I lost my train of thought because I saw your drink and I was like, dang, I'm thirsty. And then I just realized I drink.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
but
was really just thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, my coffee tastes so good right now. As you
I'm
were,
like, why am I so thirsty? I forgot my drink. But
oh my
anyways,
gosh.
yeah, so Phaedra interviewed Whitney and
Hmm.
just asked her about the upcoming season. And Whitney actually said she feels like this is her favorite season so far. I don't know if that was like a PR answer or like if she was for real. She was like, I've never been more ready for a season to air. And she said she saw the first episode. She felt like it was really good. Um, there was something else that she said, but the finale she said is supposed to be like she was like Salt Lake's like known for their great finales, and she said this is going to be the most dramatic one yet. So
The most dramatic. How can it get more dramatic? Like I feel like they do have, to me, they have pretty dramatic season finales.
yeah,
And like, last season where they all roast each other,
that was
like,
crazy.
was that not enough? Like, we gotta take it up another level.
Right.
Just like, I want the light, fun, petty stuff. If it's gonna get dark and nasty, like, I don't really want that.
Yeah, we
But
don't need it too
now I'm
crazy.
intrigued. I'm intrigued.
And then so Phaedra asked her if Jen Shaw would be filming with them, and she pretty much said she's not sure, like that hasn't been confirmed if she would or would not be coming back. So I mean, if anything, it would be next season because obviously the season has ended filming.
Yeah. How do you feel if that were the case for Jen Shaw to possibly make a comeback? Like, would you want to see her back on Salt Lake?
I don't feel like she fits the new dynamic, but I'm not opposed to it just because I like the drama. Like, I would want to see the drama unfold. I don't think I would say no to anyone. Like, you would have to do something wild
So
for
committing a crime for years wasn't good enough. I'm just
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, was it wrong? Yes, but at the end of the day, there are plenty of places that hire felons, and it depends on what your felony was. Like they'll still hire you. Like I feel like if child molesters can still get jobs, like at the end of the day, everybody needs a job.
Yeah, so she go get a job like at a fast food restaurant, like go do what she's
I
gotta
mean,
go
I'm
do.
just
But
saying, like I feel like that's not up to me to decide.
no, yeah.
But I would be here for the drama aspect. As far as does she deserve to be on the show? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is all like hypothetical, right? I wouldn't want to see her back on the show because I feel like we should be taking each season a step forward, not a step back. And Jen Shaw to me is just too toxic, too negative. And are we going to be recycling? So now that she's coming back, are we recycling the same drama from like season 1 and 2? I can't stand, like, for example, in OC now, when Gretchen's back, they're bringing up stuff that happened 17 years ago. And it's like, can we move on? There needs
I
to
mean,
be
they're doing that
conflict and
with everyone.
resolution.
Like
Yeah,
with
exactly. And I
Jersey
don't think
and
Jen Shaw is the type of person that could actually like move forward. But I mean, yeah.
we'll
Anyways,
see. We'll see. I
we'll
don't
see.
know.
Hmm.
Okay, so Real Housewives of Atlanta, they added some new people. They added Tammy Rivera, Waka Flocka's ex-wife.
I think she's half, oh gosh, not Salvadorian, not Guatemalan, but she's Hispanic.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot about her look. I didn't know that.
But her what?
About her look. Like she
Oh,
looks, I mean, like
I
she
love
looks
her.
she looks black, but also something else.
Mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so she's supposed to be coming to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited.
Let me just say, I don't know how I feel about that because we'll get to that in a minute. Anyways,
Oh, she's Nicaraguan, so I was about to say
okay.
like Hispanic, but um okay. So you don't know how you feel about that.
I
I
don't know
always
how I
liked
feel
her.
about that because I'm going to tell you why. So, K Michelle is also going to be on Atlanta. Now,
Mhm.
so side note before I get back to Tammy. K Michelle um clapped back at Robin Dixon from
I
Potomac.
saw.
So for those who don't know, Robin and Giselle from Potomac have a podcast, and Robin had a lot to say about K Michelle. She just basically said she didn't feel like K Michelle should be on there because she's from Love and Hip Hop, and she felt basically Love and Hip Hop is like below Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was her point. And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't feel like she fit. So then K Michelle clapped back, and listen, K Michelle is not somebody you want to read you, okay? Like,
Hmm.
who I would love to see K Michelle get into it with is Phaedra.
Oh.
I would
Oh.
love to
Mm.
see that. But
Yeah.
anyways, so yeah, K Michelle was just basically like, I have a career, you don't. Your husband is a bum and cheats on you. Mine doesn't. I have like a whole career. I'm touring, doing music, I'm selling out stadiums, and you sit on a couch and just talk for no reason. So that was pretty much her point. Um,
Yeah.
And I feel like they both had points because I actually agree with Robin. I don't feel like K Michelle and Tammy should be on Atlanta. I do feel like Love and Hip Hop is below Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, it was back in the day. Now I don't know.
Hmm. I don't watch it anymore. I used to
But
watch it back in the day.
I
And
only
I
watched it for a little bit. I stopped watching it a long, long, long time ago. Like
yeah.
probably Cardi B's like first season. I stopped watching
Mm.
it. But I do agree with Robin. However, I do see K Michelle's point that she has changed, she has elevated her career and things like that. So K Michelle, I can kind of see, but Tammy, I don't know. I guess I'd have to wait and see her on the show. However, Robin's initial point was that instead of recycling other
Hmm.
reality stars, they should bring in new faces. And I
Yep.
agree with that. I feel like we should just,
I
it's
do agree
better
with
when
that.
it's a bunch of unknown people.
Yeah, because then it's like you already have preconceived notions of these people. You see them on other shows, on other networks, and it's like we already know how they work, or we've already judged them, and it's like we want to. I agree. I'm like, are there not enough people in Atlanta that they're now like bringing in people from Love and Hip Hop? I mean, I'm excited to see the dynamic it's gonna take Atlanta to. I'll be
Mhm.
honest, I feel like Atlanta is changing where I'm not sure. Like they're not gonna bring back Kenya.
Mhm.
Or yeah, right. They're not bringing back Kenya, and it's just I don't know. Brit was such a flop that I'm just interested. So I'm telling you. I think last week I said that the, how the projection of Housewives in general. I'm just kind of like I don't feel like I'm liking the people that they're bringing in, the
Mhm.
storylines that they keep talking about. It's the same stuff, and it's just I don't know. So I'm interested though. I'm interested to
We'll
see.
see. Okay, last thing before we get into this week's episodes. So it looks like Shannon Bedore and
Ugh.
Katie are following
Mm.
each other again on
How
social media.
convenient. How convenient.
And Tamra and Katie are good. Tamra's been online a lot, sticking up for Katie. Jen recently went on Watch What Happens Live, and she had a lot to say about Tamra.
As always.
They still don't get along, so that's how that worked out.
Yeah.
Um, like they're not making up. They still don't get along. And she had a lot
Hmm.
to say about Tamra and how she was just the same thing she's been saying. She's fake, she's not really working on herself, blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
And she feels like her getting along with Katie is convenient. She doesn't think that it's real. She did have a good point in saying Tamra's actually the one that brought up the stuff that buried Katie this season. So why is she now coming to the rescue? You know what confused that doesn't confuse me though. Shannon and Katie confuses me.
Hmm.
Because
That
Shannon was
me
like real
too.
hell bent on like,
Yeah, get off the show basically.
right.
Like I won't film with her if she's still on here. Um,
And then Emily unfollowed Gretchen. So I'm trying to figure out like what happened.
really?
Because the last thing we've seen in real time, so today's Monday the 15th, we saw the last week's episode where um part of the girls went with Tamra to her overnight trip, and then the other girls were with Heather, and Gretchen and Emily were getting along, having a grand old time. So I'm trying
Hmm.
to figure out like what happened between then and now, you know?
Well, I'm still interested to see in the finale how like something gets brought up where it's like changed the dynamic of the girls forever. We know
Mm.
Katie's no longer filming. Like she's not part of the cast trip. So not Gretchen, Gina, Emily, and Heather have all said that at the end, like it's left them all with unanswered questions, and they have a bunch of questions for the reunion. I'm like, well, what could it be? Like, I'm just so confused. Um, I'm not surprised that Shannon refollowed Katie, but it does make me think, are Shannon and Tamara in a better spot? Because again, these shows are meant to have that petty, fun drama. And if you're gonna have conflict, you have to have resolution. If you don't have resolution, then like, what's the point of the show? So I feel like is Shannon trying to show that she can make up, even though I don't think she can make up. I feel like she holds grudges till the end of time. Which, if we talk about it for this episode, I was so over Shannon, honestly.
Hmm.
I feel like Shannon plays victim all the time and has did Tamara go hard on her last season? Yes, she
Hmm.
did. She absolutely did. I think we both have said it. Tamara's delivery was awful. As a best friend, you just don't do that to your friend. So I understand why Shannon was so upset. But like Shannon never moves on with anyone. Anyone, if you think about it. And she's just so miserable on screen. I'm so tired of looking at her. Like she always looks like such a mess, a grease ball. And I'm like,
Even Tamara said that in this last episode when she was like talking to Emily, and she's like, "Yeah, I invited Shannon on the trip." She's like, I FaceTimed her and like she looked crazy, like her boobs are
Yeah,
falling out and her hair's sticking up. And I was like, she did look real crazy.
okay, that whole yes, but when she was like, yeah, her boobs are all spilling out of her shirt,
That
and
was it was dramatic.
they do the flashback. I was like, Tamara, she was just adjusting her shirt, and like her boobs were not spilling. When on earth, Morgan, have you seen Shannon Bedore's boobs spilling out?
She did show her hoo-ha not long ago.
Yeah, yeah, because she was like so
I just feel like
intoxicated.
Shannon's been like extra a mess this it's like she walks around. Okay, you ever
Hmm.
like go out with your girlfriends and like one of your friends gets like really drunk and like she's falling all over the place and like her boobs are out, her vagina's out, she's slurring, she doesn't know what's going on. And
Hmm.
everybody has that one night. It's not like a regular thing. I feel like Shannon's kind of like that all the time
All
now.
the time.
Every episode, she's like this last episode, she was falling in the vineyard, and Jen's like, "Please get up," and
I
she's just like
know.
on
I'm
the
like,
ground. Like, what are we doing? It's
like,
very.
are you four? Are you four?
That's what
And
I'm
like
saying.
yes, there's holes on the ground, but Jen has some heel boots on too. Like, just look down. Look. And sometimes I wonder, is it an act where I'm like, is she just doing this for attention? Is she doing it because everyone knows like she's like the quirky, like I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
like it's
sloppy.
getting worse, but it's not like, oh, it's not like, oh, I'm such a mess. Like, I need to get all my things together. Oh, my stuff's falling out of my bed. It's not like cute, funny. It's like,
Yeah, it's old.
okay.
It's getting old now. It's the same thing. And I don't know if you saw Carlos King recapped. He's recapping with Alexis Bellino, OC currently.
Mhm. I've seen some of the clips.
And this last episode, he basically was saying that he's tired of Shannon's act. He goes, she has no storyline. It's like last season, everyone felt bad because of what she was going through with Tamra and Alexis and being sued. But now this season, he's like, she's not showing growth. She looks miserable all the time. And like, people don't want to see that. I'm like, thank you. I've been saying that. I have literally been saying that she is so unbearable to me. But
I wouldn't say that she's not showing growth. I do agree that she doesn't have a storyline. Um, I feel like she kind of has grown because she's not taking the time to fight. She's just kind of like, she just seems really like indifferent. However, with Shannon herself as a person, I do agree she doesn't see, she just seems like,
you didn't watch Love Hotel, I just realized.
no, I watched it, I finished it.
You finished it? Did you
Mhm.
see growth there where she completely gaslit that poor man? I felt so.
What
What's
was
his
his
name?
name?
Earl? Earl
Earl.
the Pearl. Earl the Pearl. The way Shannon can make herself be a victim in any scenario, I,
She yelled at him
I was
about
on Earl's side the
vegetables.
entire. Huh?
She yelled at him about the vegetables.
Like what?
She's like,
I
"You don't eat vegetables!" It's like, why are you screaming at him?
and like I could see what he was saying. How he's like, I feel like you're always talking down to me. He's like, you're always like upset that I don't do this and I don't do that, and like. I felt like I don't know. I mean, they were two different completely. They were not meant to be together, but I felt like Shannon was exaggerating, was dramatic, and all the girls were like, "Oh my God, Earl, no, no way!" It's like Earl didn't do anything bad.
I
Shannon
mean,
just
they only had her point of view because, like, I feel like if I came back and reported something to you, you would just
Mm,
take it. Like,
true.
you wouldn't be like, "Well, let me get his side of the story." But
Hmm.
and these are people, they have like a weird allegiance to each other because they're
Yeah,
housewives, right? Then they
yeah,
just met those men. But I wish they had shown more of what Earl was talking about. It's not that I don't believe him. I definitely believe him when he's like, Shannon's always like freaking out on me for no reason.
I
I just wish
believe
they had
him.
shown more instances because they only really showed that like vegetable instance. And he's like, "You're always doing this." And I'm like, "Always? Like, what else happened?"
Yeah, it's who she is on the show. It's who she is, and I believe when Tamara's like, "Oh, she's so exhausting to be a friend for."
No, I believe that.
And, and Gina and Emily confirm it in the after show. I don't know if you're watching the after shows. They're not on for every episode, Gina, but it's weird because Gina and Emily say a lot behind the screen during confessionals. Say it to their face. Say it to their
Well, they did
face.
that before with Heather. Remember, Emily would never say anything to Heather, but she had a lot to say behind the scenes. Like,
I love Emily's confessionals because I feel like they're so funny, they're hilarious. But I'm like, you preach that like you're not scared of anybody and you stand on truth. Like, so say it to their face. But
mhm.
Gina and Emily both did say on the after show that Shannon is a lot as a friend. And then they were like jokingly, Tamara, you want to take her back? And it's like Tamara's right, but Tamara's delivery is just always so wrong.
I feel
Always
like
so.
Shannon is like if your mom switched, like your really old, cranky, not even your mom, like your grandma switched with like a 21-year-old college girl. And she like has to go through this 21-year-old college girl's life because she's trying to like the whole point in being on the show is to show how these women interact, how they go out, how they're friends, and how they, go to events together. But every time Shannon is going to something, she acts like somebody has like a gun to her head and she's never been to an event before. Like she's just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I gotta put my shoes on. I need glasses. What do I do? How do I do my hair?
Yes.
Like, ma'am, you are in your 60s. What do you mean? How do you do your hair? Like,
Yes. Yes. Oh my
it's
gosh,
crazy.
that was like really spot on about Shannon. Yeah. Um, yeah, so that's what happened this episode. Now do you want to talk about Miami? Do you have anything else to say about OC? Because I really don't.
I'm over it.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Miami. How did you feel? Because I've been seeing people talking on Instagram that they felt that when Alexia told Stephanie it's actually Marisol's but her or she was upset that you went to lunch with Adriana. That was Alexia not being a good friend and throwing Marisol under the bus. Do you feel like she was not being a good friend, or do you feel like she was just being direct and saying like that? No, like I like how do you feel about that?
I feel like she could have made her point without outing Marisol. I do feel like Marisol's kind of a punk and she hides behind Alexia with a lot of
All the
things.
time.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like she could have, unless she discussed that with Marisol and we just didn't see it, like she knew she was gonna have to talk to Stephanie again, right? So maybe her and Marisol talked and she was like, listen, I'm gonna tell, if she asks me, I'm gonna tell her straight up. However, I do think that in the past we've seen that if somebody asked her a direct question, like they did the flashback this past
Hmm.
episode where Adriana had asked her specifically, like, was it
Yep.
Marisol that told you? And she said, yeah. Like there have been multiple times where somebody asked her a question and she's like, yes, that was Marisol, not me. So maybe Marisol knows that about her.
Well, so I don't know if you've noticed, but Alexia takes pride in never always being honest, and she's always saying that like she cannot tell a lie, like literally like she will always be honest and straightforward. I do like that about her because if you're married, and clearly they're fine, they're still best friends, you know? But it's like Marisol has to know that Alexia's gonna be honest if she's
Right.
being honest. Um, At first, I liked that Alexia did say, like, hey, like, no, no, that she was upset because you went to lunch with Adriana. But then I did think about it because I was like, if my friend threw me under the bus, like, not that I would want them to lie for me,
I feel
just,
like
I
it was
don't know.
irrelevant. That was kind of irrelevant to the situation because they were specifically talking about the plane.
But
And
it's because Stephanie knew that there was something more to it.
I was just
Because,
saying you gotta talk to Marisol. I'm not gonna Marisol
yeah,
is upset with you, but you gotta
yeah.
talk to Marisol.
And did you see how Marisol was so like, oh my gosh, she's like, oh, I can't hear what's going on in the other room. She's like, I hope those girls aren't fighting over there. I was like, they're not fighting. Alexia's just over there yapping away and you're about to get yourself blasted and that's why you're so concerned. I don't trust Marisol.
So
I
was
do.
Marisol upset? I'm trying to figure out, was Marisol upset that Stephanie went to lunch with Adriana, period, or was she upset because of something else about the lunch? Like, did Stephanie
So
talk shit about Adriana or whatever?
so here's the thing. This is what I feel like this is what we don't see on the show, but more behind the scenes. Adriana has been saying for a long time now that Marisol likes to work behind the scenes and
Hmm.
does all that work. And on camera, she's like, great. But that she has been wanting to get Adriana off the show or getting her iced out. I do believe Adriana, if I'm being honest. And it was just that was Adriana saying that Stephanie that Marisol was upset just because she went to lunch because Marisol doesn't want Stephanie to get close to Adriana. Adriana does say in a few interviews that I've watched since the show has been filming, she literally says it that Marisol does not want the ladies to like her, that she's trying to she's trying to get her iced out. And I felt really this episode for Adriana, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it is. I haven't seen her like this um where I felt like she was just so sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was going on there
Like
too.
and her age is really getting to her. I'm like, she looks amazing, first of all. She looks amazing. Oh, did you see a clip? She went on Nick Viall's podcast. Did you see that?
No.
Oh my gosh, Morgan. It was so, I was like so embarrassed for her. So she gets on screen because it's Zoom and it's Nick, his wife, and then Susie from The Bachelorette who helps recap. And Adriana's on screen. The she's like this close to the screen and she's wearing like this dress and all you see is tits. It's literally like this with tits just sticking out. I was like, whoa, why is she wearing this? This is like interesting. And she goes to Nick like, I don't know what he says. He compliments her like, oh yeah, you look really nice. Or and she's like, oh, why are you available? And he goes, and literally his wife who
Right.
co-hosts the episode he goes, "Oh, well, my wife right here, I don't think she would she would like that." It was so I was so embarrassed for her. And
What
Adriana
women?
was like, she goes, "You're married?" She goes, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Do you not do your research
Right.
like when you go on people's podcasts or oh and she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Like, yeah, go put on a sweater because she is just looking like she wanted attention. And I was like, what is
So
this?
she came on the episode just basically to like flirt with him? Because that's weird.
I mean, no, they asked her to go on the show so they can interview her about the
Yeah, but that's
season.
what it sounds like. It's like she was like, this isn't
I
about
mean,
that.
she
Right.
was looking like she was trying to get a date that night, and I was like,
I
woof.
did see a clip where Alexia said like I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was on Watch What Happened Live or whatever, but she it was somewhere. But she was like, "Yeah, we don't like her greasy hair," talking about Adriana.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I agree. I because I was thinking that I was like, why she
I know.
look like a
She's
wet
been
dog?
she's been she's that's what I'm saying. She's been looking so like almost kind of like giving Shannon vibes, but so much more low key, where she's like, she's just not caring. She's not bringing glam, which is fine. You don't have to
But
bring.
it's confusing to me because, like I said, these women are aged, okay? You are in your 50s and 60s, majority of them, right? So for
Yeah.
women, and then for women like Shannon and Adriana, these are women that have had money for a very long time. And they've been on these shows for a long time now, which means you even before the show, you were used to going to events, you were used to getting
Hmm.
dressed, you were used to doing either doing your hair, getting your hair and makeup done. So I'm confused as to how now all of a sudden you don't know how to put yourself together. And it's not them saying like it's not like how Gina and Emily throw on some sweats and put their hair up and they're just like, "Oh, like I don't care today." Like everybody has that moment.
Yeah.
But like you're going somewhere and you're like I don't know how to do my makeup. Like when Adriana told Gertie, I don't
Oh,
know
I
how
know.
to go because I don't know how to do my makeup. Like, ma'am, you've been doing makeup for literal years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
Like
I'm
it's
saying.
weird.
Like, I feel like there is something going on where I feel like it's just so much more deeper. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, but she looks like depressed. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you okay? Like mentally, are you all there? Like you don't care about how you look anymore, which was shocking to me. Like no extensions, which is fine. Like nobody, you don't have to, but like it just like,
But just
yeah,
wash
the
your hair.
wash your hair. Yeah. Anyways,
Something.
but
Did you see
uh,
where Lisa said they asked her like how did you just figure out how to be on time? And she was like, "Oh yeah, I just like she was like, I just put a timer on for everything. Takes you 3 hours to get ready to go to dinner on a cruise ship. What
these
are you
women,
doing?"
Morgan, what is wrong with us that we're watching these grown ass women? Shannon Bedore, who's elite, like, I can't get dressed.
Right.
Lisa, who's like, I had timers going off every 15 minutes to help me. I mean,
For 3 hours it takes you. Are you serious?
I will say,
It would
I
take me
do.
like 20 minutes
What?
to just put on a dress and then, well, I don't know.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, see,
If
I
I'm
do
on a
like,
cruise ship, if I was like really going somewhere where like, especially if we were filming, it would probably take me like an hour, hour and a half to get ready. However, she said in her little thing, I paid attention. She was like, "Yeah, it takes me like 30 minutes to pick out my clothes and then put them on." Girl, you are on a trip, which means I could believe that if you were at home and you're like, "I have no
mhm.
clue what I'm wearing." But you're on a cruise ship, you packed a suitcase. There are limited options.
Yes, and like you should have already pre-planned these outfits, especially since you're on the show. Like I know that you are planning these, or your stylist is. Yeah, it's hilarious when I feel like now when we talk about these, like how some of these women are just completely nuts. Like, what does that say about us?
I will
Um,
say, Stephanie and Alexia, their talk, I really liked it. I liked seeing them come together. I always felt like they were very similar, and I knew they weren't going to get along
mhm.
because Alexia doesn't want anyone to be on the same level as her. I feel like she wants to be known for certain things, and she wants to be the only one that is known for those certain things, which is why her and Marisol get along so great because I feel like Marisol is the type of person that is like, if you want the spotlight, have the spotlight. I'll be over here in the corner drinking a cocktail, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm that type of person too. And
Yeah,
then when Marisol has her moment, lets her have her moment. But I feel like Stephanie and Alexia are too similar.
they're a lot more similar than yeah. I did enjoy that conversation, and I felt like it was. I didn't even know Alexi had a sister.
I know,
Um,
that was so shocking.
and like it was just nice to hear her say how they bonded over that. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah, it was it's interesting. Next week's episode or this week's episode is gonna be good because Stephanie's like when I what did she say? What was her line? It's like,
She
well,
was
when I
like, when
hit,
you
I
hit
don't
me,
miss.
yeah, you better hit hard because when it's my turn, I
I'm
don't
not gonna
miss.
miss. And I was like, oh,
I I kind of believe her on that one.
I totally believe her on that. And by the way, I don't think she's even in her 40s.
She
Or
said she
she
is 40.
oh she is 40. Oh, she had just turned 40. Yeah, that's right.
She was
Her
born in 84, so yes, she's
Masood had celebrated her birthday and she was
right.
talking about it. She's one of the younger housewives. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Um, and excited for this week's episode. I'm already like let's get your reunion. Like I don't even care to really see the rest of the season.
Me
I mean I
either.
do, but I don't. I want to see the reunion looks and I just want to see how they handle resolution, especially in OC, because
Well,
OC,
OC is supposed to be recording the reunion in the next like couple weeks. So yeah, I'm here for it so we can wrap up the season.
right? It's like already like I'm done with it.
I'm ready for
Um,
Potomac and
Potomac,
like,
Salt Lake. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I hope Potomac is fun. But that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, save, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know how you feel. Are we crazy when we're talking about these housewife ladies?
yeah.
Thanks so much.
And don't forget to follow us on all the things, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I'm killing it over on Threads, but that's a side note.
Yes. Oh, actually, let's give Morgan a shout out. She literally is doing so good on Threads. You are so
Yeah.
active on there. I am not, but congratulations on your reach there. That is amazing.
Thank
You gotta keep
you.
going.
I was so
Proud of
excited.
you. So everyone go follow Morgan on Threads. She is always yapping out there. She's got something to say, so go give her
Like
some
once an
love.
hour, I have something to say.
I
All right.
love that.
Love you guys.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.